Other display options. When we want to look at a building model, we can look at different kinds of shading. And so we can come down on the bottom, and down here, right here is our visual style button found in our view control bar. If I click on it, you'll see I have various types of display options in our visual styles. I'll start with the most basic, wireframe. Wireframe is this, we're looking through the entire building. The only thing we see is the lines of the edges of an object, and we see every object. Next, let's go to hidden line. It's still a wireframe, but anything that's behind a surface is hidden. So we get to see a little bit more defined surfaces, but we don't see the things behind them yet. If we go to shaded, shaded will put colors in there, and the colors then are a solid color that represents the building material, and it's default lighting. There's no sunlight or overhead lights or anything like that. Next, let's go with consistent colors. Consistent colors is trying to make the building a little bit more aesthetic, so it will put different colors in so that it looks a little better. And then our next one is realistic, and realistic is trying to represent the building as if it has artificial lights and it has our photography exposure of lighting, etc. And it takes a little while, and it will generate one of the best possible image we can use using our mental ray rendering engine. You can see, though, in some cases these windows are out of place, so it's not a perfect representation of yet of what this building would look like with lighting and sunlight and shadows. We also have, if you have more time, and realistic eats up time, and so does ray trace. And if we go to ray trace is a slow process, and it will give us our best overall quality as if we're in a rendering mode. And you can see how it takes its time, and it's building all the bricks, etc. in here. And so at this point, you can see how this has a little higher quality. It doesn't have the fake windows happening. You can see the bricks better. If I zoom in and out, you can still see that it's generating the representation a little better. Now, this is not the best quality we're going to get when we actually do a rendering, but this is while you're working on the model, you can see what it looks like a little better. Most of the time we'll work with realistic or we'll work with shaded. It's more efficient as far as speed, and for what we're doing, it gets the job done most of the time. We just have to deal with a little bit of bad artifacts in here.